welcome back. Well, today I'm going through my month's worth of iron, and what I like to do is go through it, because I don't even remember what I have here, but whatever I find I'll put in a bucket, and then at the end of the month I'll go through it, and what I want to keep, I keep, and what I don't, I take it to a recycling center or I recycle it here. And what I mean by recycling here at my home is like typical this piece. This is a gate hinge that was hand forged out of an 1800s home site. I have several of these, smaller ones too, that I have recycled around my house, which I use it for gate hinges for like my garden and other areas. That's what I mean by recycling at my home. Alright, and I figured I'll make a short video here to go through what some of this iron I found. Got some cool iron, like this little piece right here that I found in a home site. This is either going to be a garden tool or a handmade fishing gig or a frog gig, where you stab the fish or the frog. I thought that was pretty cool. It's kind of shaped like a crow's foot, turkey foot. I like that piece. I'll keep that piece. This came out of a colonial home site. This is a digging hoe, which I have recycled here. The ones I found before, I went and put handles in them, electrolyzed this iron piece right here, and sprayed some chemicals on it to keep it strong. And I use them today in my garden. You know, as being a metal detectorist, I think it's very important that we not just go out and find the stuff, but to come back and to recycle it here, or a recycling center, or restoring it. I think it's our responsibility as being a detectorist that we do the best that we can with the stuff that we find. Here's another piece that I keep. All the iron rings that I may find, I keep. I just recently found a U.S. Cavalry horse bridle bit, and it's missing the two rings that goes on the end. So I'm going to try to restore it with some of these rings I have to make it look official, the way it looked back then. When I finally get it done, it's taken a while, but when I get it done, it'll look like it was back then. I got typical stuff like this, like old butter knives that I found out of home sites. Here's a neat piece. This is the remnants of a mouth harp, which is a cool piece. I did pull this piece of stained glass out of an old home site, late 1800s, which I thought was pretty cool. Got ornate up here on the top. You know, as being a detectorist and also being a YouTuber, we always try to put out videos for our subscribers, and sometimes I get in a habit, we all do, of just posting the good stuff. All the coins, the buttons, the Civil War relics, stuff that people really want to see. And this is kind of like behind the scenes here that we go through as being a detectorist. This piece here come off the top of a wood stove, I believe. And finding Civil War bullets and buckles and coins and stuff like that is great, awesome. But this pile right here, this is what it's about for me. Me personally, I'd rather find stuff like this than a coin. Now, I know people are going, what? And I said, yeah, but that's just me. Because it's personal. You know how many hands have touched this, opening it up? This is probably a door to a wood stove. You know, and that's what I think about. Here's an iron. A flat iron. This is what would be set on a wood stove. And this is what the women of the homesteads would iron their husbands and their children's clothes with. And theirs too. I was fortunate to find one with a handle on it that sets as decoration on my wood stove today. Usually you find them with the handles busted off of them. Here's another cool piece, a pistol barrel I pulled out of a cellar hole. Right there is the iron sight. The barrel. I don't know what caliber this is, but I thought it was a cool find. I didn't find any other parts to it, but that's a great find as well. And that's iron too, so I'll keep that. Here's another cool little hammerhead that I found after research. This was a shoemaker's hammer that they would use to tack the soles and stuff on the shoes. That's pretty cool. That's a keeper. Horseshoes. I've said in my previous videos that I work with a gentleman that gives me 8 cents a horseshoe. And a quick tip, when you find a horseshoe and you bring it home, just don't put it in your recycling bin or something like that. Check each one out, because the guy that I work with, he was honest enough, because I hand them to him just like this and he takes care of them himself. He sculpts with them and does other things with horseshoes and stuff. So he contacted me right away, and I had one that was stamped US on it. So that's pretty cool. So always check out your horseshoes, because that was a US Cavalry horseshoe that I gave him and didn't even know about it until he started cleaning it, and it was stamped US on it. So I got tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of iron. Straps, old pieces of pottery. I did find a little baby spoon in an old home site. I don't know what this is doing in my iron, but this is why I like to go through it, because sometimes I come home and I'm tired and I just empty my pouches out into a bucket and come back after it later. Let's see. Here's an old pewtered doorknob I found at an old home site. That was a cool find. Alright guys, I just want to show you a quick look at some of this iron before I start cleaning it and putting it in recycling buckets and stuff like that. I hope you stuck around this long, because I want you to take a gander at an upcoming video that I went and done. Got this nice little piece right here that went to something that I did on a Civil War plantation house. You're not going to see any of my finds, but you'll get the chance to see the area that I'm hunting in. It's beautiful. Oh, and this piece right here I was able to find. And at first I thought it was a D-buckle, but now I think it's a coffin handle, where they lowered the coffins down onto the wooden coffins. That's a cool find. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this little video. Make sure you check out the other one for an upcoming video. I find some cool things there as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my videos. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram as well. I'm on there every day. Alright guys, I'll get off of here and I will see you next week. Great place to stop and eat lunch. Nice little creek. Alright guys, I'm going to finish my lunch and then we'll get back to digging. See you in a bit. Hey everyone, I almost stepped on this little dude. That is a eastern box turtle. He's a land turtle. Live and healthy. I usually just find the shells out here where the eagles get to them and other stuff. Yeah. Alright, little dude, I'll leave you alone. Alright, back to digging.